Welcome back to Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, Timepants, and today we will be heading to, Jeez, well, that looks kind of cool, actually. Wow, that looks really cool. You want to do a long one? Yeah, let's do a long one. I kind of am reluctant to head back to the wheel, but you know what? I think that's fine, and we have a new trinket here at stake. By the way, what is the disease we're looking at? Ah, yes. So we definitely do not want him to get stressed out, which is unfortunate given the class that he is basically designed to get incredibly stressed out as like a primary mechanic of like how his design is supposed to be. We're going to go pretty hard, but I don't know how hard. I mean, this seems excessive. So where are we going to cut? I guess we'll cut nothing, and we will make no compromises because, again, I want this to go well, and even more importantly, we have the Abomination now, and he is on the cusp of level 3, and at level 3 we're going to get a lot more variety in our party composition, and so we won't have to be running this same group over and over again. I feel like that's a good play, and also once we hit that level 3 threshold, I'll tell you what we're going to do, and you're going to love it. We're going to run in the darkness, and hopefully we'll start running into some of those new mini-bosses. Huh? Yeah, that's going to be cool. So, how do we want to do this? I really like Psych Up because it's very to the point, it's affordable in terms of its cost, and it deafens my viewers and myself. So I feel like you can't really lose here. These are both so good, I don't even want to consider compromising on that. We have Psych Up here. I think we're going to do it. Cover your ears. Okay, I did just send a tweet right before I started recording to, yeah, I don't think we do that at all, to Red Hook and ask them, hey, is this intended? Because it might be entirely possible that, like, it just plays at the same volume regardless of the sound level, so maybe, like, most people don't, yeah, they don't play it, with the sound, like, as low as we do. Although, you know, there are enough people who Let's Play this that I feel like maybe somebody should have figured this out and said something. And so I'm basically doing a public service, you're welcome. But hopefully that gets fixed because good gravy. That is loud, isn't it? Like, I'm actually almost reluctant to use it. Like, as good as it is, because, yeah, it's just an aural assault, and that's with an AU, not an O. That's an entirely different kind of assault. An assault, I'm not entirely sure what that would constitute, actually. Alright, let's see here. Ooh, looking good. So I think we'll head up this way, and then double back and go here. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's just go here first. We probably could actually stand to skip this, but you know what? I got some comments. Maybe some is a bit of an exaggeration, but I got comment in one of my previous videos that basically said, hey, you have this cool new class. I understand why you're not using his ability, but hey, use his ability, please. And I get that. That's actually a really good point. We should, because, you know, this is how we learn stuff. This is how we find out what works, what doesn't. And so I don't feel like this in particular is the... Maybe it is. I was going to say I don't feel like this in particular is the sort of combat we would want to use it in, but I'm looking here. 78% is not great. His accuracy is a bit so-so. Rake, we get that up to 88, and we could even get a kill. So you know what? Hey, let's do it. You know, who takes care of his fan? I don't know. Who takes care of his fans? It's me. It's Timepants here. Look at that. That's pretty good. And, you know, if we can get out of this combat before things get too real, and we officially have, we're gonna get a little tax refund here. The what is that even called? Transform tax. Ooh, I like that. That rolls off the tongue. And I realized that it seems that old Uncle Timepants did not invest in his new skills. Ooh. Well, that would explain the relatively poor. You know what? That would explain the relatively poor accuracy from which we are suffering, and that makes me feel quite silly because, you know, we are now on the upper end of novice level dungeons. We are now at the level where we should be eating these alive. Like this, if things go badly, I need to hedge my bets here. If things go badly, not my fault, bad luck. But we're in a situation right now where, you know, we should be on the higher end of the food chain. I don't think I'm saying anything too terribly outrageous here. Actually, how do we want to do this? 1 hit point, huh? Low blight. Hey! I've got an idea. Check this out. Alright, so you did. We obviously want to start taking these things out because stress is a key component of this particular this particular build of the game. And now look, oh my goodness. Timepants. You did it. You did it. Look at this. Look how well managed that is. Good grief. I know I'm still in training at work. I really should get a promotion, I feel. Like, come on, right? I figured it out, guys. I figured it out. Alright, so how do we want to do this? I don't think there's any way that we get the kill here. And I don't want to risk killing this thing and our dear friend Garen only being able to bola in the front. So why don't we spread it around a little bit, and then if we do have to bola, hey, that's fine, because we're gonna get 2 kills here, right? Look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at this management experience. Timepants, management material all the way. Give that guy a promotion. Oh my goodness, look at that. And we got a new trinket. Hey, what's this? That looks cool. Maybe. You know what? If things get bad enough, maybe. That's actually nice to just have in the old back pocket in case things truly go south on us. And dungeon like this and things like that, distinct possibility of heading south. So let's hold on to that. Let's keep that in mind. I of course don't forget about minutia like that, you know, skills or my items or consumables. I don't forget about that sort of stuff. I'm very good about retaining that knowledge and making sure that I make the most of every single turn that I have in this game. So obviously we will remember that when the situation calls for it. But this is for you. This is me sort of planting the Chekhov's gun, if you will. That, later on, oh, things are looking a little bad over here. Hey, Timepants to the rescue with the Aria box. Cool. So, this is a long way to double back. I do apologize, but I also do hope that we do not encounter any bad guys along the way. I'd like to make this a prompt mission. I'd like to get through this dungeon expeditiously, if at all possible. Well, I guess you're the best candidate for the job. There you go. Speaking of promotions, you got a nice little title there, Head Trap Disarmer. Hey, not bad. It doesn't come with a promotion, and it's substantially more stressful work potentially, but it's also very rewarding. So, we'll definitely keep you in mind when we're handing out the Christmas bonuses here in a couple weeks. But look at this. This is starting to feel like a team that is coming together. Like, you watch those movies like, okay, The Mighty Ducks. It's a family classic. If you haven't seen it, it's a movie about a pee-wee hockey team. They're the Bad News Bears. And if you haven't seen the Bad News Bears, it's a movie about a Little League baseball team. It's kind of like the Little Giants. And if you haven't seen the Little Giants, it's a movie about a Little League football team. And getting back to the subject of the Mighty Ducks. They're a ragtag group of youngsters. They don't really have, they come from a bad background, the wrong side of the tracks, and they're a terrible hockey team. They're the worst in the league. They haven't won in years, but they came close once, and that's one of the jokes. But yeah, they're just the underdogs. Everybody loves an underdog story, and this is kind of a classic underdog story. And in every underdog story, there's that. This is unfortunate. This is so unfortunate. There's that moment in every underdog story where, okay, things are looking bad. These guys don't know how to work together. Everyone's given up on them. They've never gotten a fair shake. And then finally, the coach or some member of the team steps up, gives an inspiring speech. Everyone is moved, and all of a sudden, the wins start. And they put it together. And now they're the unstoppable. They are the titular Mighty Ducks. And it's a very inspiring story. And you've heard it, a million times. But I'm starting to feel like this is our Mighty Ducks, right? We've had our disappointments. We've had some struggles along the way. We've lost some good people. They just, they gave up on us. We didn't give up on them. They gave up on us. I bet you thought I would forget, didn't you? I bet you thought I would forget. But yeah, we've had our struggles here, and we've worked through them admirably, I think. And now the winning is about to start. So, if at home, if you're watching, this is when you got to start joining in. Quack, quack, quack. No, I'm not going to do that, but I hope you are. I hope at least a couple of you did join in there. This is an interesting situation. Again, our stress starting to. I hate you so much, but thank you, but I hate you. But this does have the potential for things to start getting out of control here. So we do need to be vigilant that even though we have that big 25%, minus 25% stress damage, and we removed the plus 10% stress damage, even though things could still go bad, we need to pay attention. She has very naturally high accuracy, but I did not bump up her skills because I've got brain problems. We'll just be careful. We're gonna take this one hallway, one corridor, one room at a time, and hopefully we'll start putting something together here. But we do need to be careful. We're gonna watch this like a hawk. I am truly worried about what could happen if we let this get away from us. So here's where we make a decision. And here's my decision. I'm going to go here. I don't have to. I think I can actually skip 2 rooms on this run through, but here's what I'm thinking. I go here, and then here. I'm hoping at some point I'm going to get some scouting, and it's going to inform our decision of where we branch. And then about here, I'm hoping that we'll get some scouting, and it will inform our decision of where to go. And then we'll skip one of these, and then we'll be out. And here, we have one singular path that we have to follow. But this way, we get to sort of take our pick of the litter. We get a couple choices, and we just get to pick our favorite. So I think this is the right play. I think I'm on the right track here. What is that debuff? More stress damage. No, not okay. I'm not happy about that at all. This is concerning, and wow, that really makes these two a very deadly pair of adversaries. Yeesh. I think we should be able to manage them this round, though, as long as we're cautious. Do I want to spend the bandage? I feel like maybe I should, even though it might be suboptimal. Because, thank goodness, because I felt like we had a decent shot at closing it out here, and because, 3 points of damage now, that's like almost 10% of her health. And yeah, we're not going to have an opportunity to heal more, and I didn't want to risk letting a fast enemy take another turn on us, and then risk stacking up even more bleed damage. Of course, if that cultist had hit her again, well then that's fine, you know, we just bandage after the battle's over. But if he hit 2 people, we'd have to burn 2 bandages or eat 6 points of damage. Alright. Well, not good, but maybe not terrible. Really, forward 1. I feel like I should have known that. Oof. Oof. Okay. I think this is one of those moments where we transform. I'm so sorry. Hang in there. Hang in there. Not great. But, Rake... I mean, is this the correct play? We could Rage. Well, what are our options here? Nothing. She's just gonna have to back off. Then... Rake? It's got 1 guaranteed kill. Decent shot at 2. Let's do it. Darn. If only those damage figures had been reversed. That's too bad. That's too bad. At least we resisted the debuff, and... Wow. Okay, so things really broke in our favor here. There's no denying that. We got out scot-free. Ooh, why don't we do that? And then we... Well, how do we do this? That's a low percentage kill shot. This is the high percentage kill shot. We'll take it. Alright. This had the potential to be bad, and we certainly don't want any more stress to pile up here. Oh, right. Right, we had to make a little sacrifice there. But we do get to watch Rage, so I'll call it a win. I'll call it a win. I wish that there were some consumable that that allowed you to remove stress. And now I'm looking at it like, oh yes, there is specifically a consumable that will help you remove stress. It's called firewood. We might be camping soon. I would like to make it at least this far so we can make, again, an informed decision. I did not even think about this. Oops, I didn't rearrange my party. Well, that's bad. That's very bad. How much damage are we looking at here? 4 to 8. Not great. I mean, is that with this? It is. Jeez. I was not thinking at all. Alright, so we're going to vulnerability hex. Is that right? Does that sound good to you? I mean, we could potentially go for the kill here, but if it's marked, I'm going to just wait and see. Is this right? Is it wrong? I don't know. Do we transform again? I think that's a bad idea. But we don't want the Fusilier to get a shot. By the way, in the most recent patch, the Fusilier's debuff was toned down a bit, and I think rightly so. You know what? We wanted to see more of this. We're gonna get more. We're gonna get more. All right, what are we gonna do? I hadn't really thought that far ahead. Slam is interesting. Slam is interesting. But is it interesting enough? I wonder. I mean, this kills. This kills. I did not want to crit though. Oh no, that's actually really bad. We kind of got off light there because that's bad. At the very least, all right, we got this one kill. That's bad. I'm glad. I was going to say I'm glad he went last round because now things are starting to spiral out of control here. And now I just wish that I had taken my kill when I got it. But that heal is good. Actually, I would say that our our Abomination, oh, that's not good. Our Abomination Donger. Um, he definitely of our party, he definitely was most in need of healing. So that actually kind of worked out for us. I still, even though we have a couple of detours that we can take, a couple of options that we have that absolve us of needing to use shovels, I've gotten burned running out of shovels on the Weald, I think more than anywhere else. Like, more than the other 3 dungeons put together. The Weald has so many more obstacles. Maybe this is just my own confirmation bias. Maybe this is just me, and everyone else is like, oh my god, are you serious? The Cove has so many, like, shipwreck obstacles. Like, how have you not run into any? I have 7 in a short dungeon. Like, maybe my experience here is unique and extraordinary, and we all want to believe that as members of the human race. But maybe I'm wrong, but it really seems like we encounter far more than our fair share of obstacles here in the Weald. So I don't want to really take a risk if I don't have to. I mean, we could run into something, or could have run into something here, and here, and we would have been, as the Greeks said, SOL, which stands for Imagine I Made a Good Greek Joke. Sigma Omega Lambda. Gosh, that was at least better than my complete lack of an attempt. Good grief. Like, I'm sorry. You deserve better. I will concede that. You deserve better. I'm not sure if humor is my forte, but I am definitely, I want you to know, I'm definitely committed to having a good run here. And I think we've got a good start on it. Stress here, little troubling, but not too bad. Not too bad. And if we can just get a stun, we would be in great shape, is what I was going to say. However, Bola, hey, who knew Bola was good? Like, who knew? And who, upon knowing Bola was good, who would forget to equip that, ever? Not me. Alright, are you ready for some triumphant pride? Are you ready for some triumphant pride? Not yet. I was thinking, actually, that my triumphant pride was going to be ditching the firewood, but instead, I think we use it. Because I think we're at a point in the dungeon right now where we need the space, because we're probably going to get more treasure, and this is our chance to get a whole bunch of stress off. Now, if we get clobbered, this is interesting also, we'll think about it. But if we get clobbered, and that is a distinct possibility when we exit this this camping scenario here. If we get clobbered, I mean, mea culpa, which is Spanish for Mia's fault. And I was going to rename her Mia. It'd be really funny, because then we could be like, hey, Mia! If you weren't snoring, we would have been fine. But how do we want to do this? Do we ditch Psych Up and go for Pep Talk? It's interesting. Ooh. That's interesting. Okay, check this out. I'm going to do something great. I'm going to do something super cool here, alright? Watch this. Dark Strength. And now we have Pep Talk. Oh my goodness. I have it. It's right up here. I'm pointing to my brain. And now I'm pointing to my balls. I have it. I have figured it. I'm an idiot. I was going to say, I've figured it out. Hey, I solved Darkest Dungeon. Not quite, smart guy. We still have a potentially nasty encounter to get through, especially in the darkness. Are you looking at these scores, like at these accuracy scores? Horrible. I think we eat it. I think we eat the debuff here. It's not ideal, but we don't want these guys swinging on us. And Well, how do we want to do this? I mean, we can kill her. We can kill her. What sort of speed do we have here? He's fast. I think he'll actually get a turn. So why don't we try this? We can get... Okay, that's what I needed. I needed at least that much. Now, watch this. Bear with me. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Beautiful. You dead. See? It's all about the strategy. Of course, I would have really been happy if we'd gotten a kill here. But you can't have everything. Actually, okay, these guys don't have dodge scores, so we're probably fine on that. I think we're fine here. I really wanted a kill, though. Okay, but Bola will get a kill. As much as that smarts, Bola will get a kill. Ooh, do we have a chance of getting a kill? No. Okay. Just take your guarantee. It's a little unfortunate because she's not going to be able to act next round. And this is, I mean, this is a lot of hit points. Now, this is something that we didn't really have a chance to see in any of our previous episodes, and God willing, we'll never see. Ha ha ha. But there was a change to how Death's Door works and heart attack mechanics. So I'll just briefly go over these since they are immediately relevant. So when somebody hits a heart attack, they hit 200 stress, and at that point they do not die right away. We didn't get our scouting. Whoops. They do not die. Instead, what happens is they are dropped to Death's Door. And once they are on Death's Door, then there is a new change, and it's not just for Death's Door. It's for, or I'm sorry, it's not just for heart attacks. It's for Death's Door. But once on Death's Door, a hero takes, like, you know, his previously. Good grief, everybody, huh? Previously, if somebody hits Death's Door, you know, they take a big stress hit. Or sorry, not a big stress hit. They take a big... How do we do this? They take a big debuff until they get off of Death's Door. No longer the case. Now they take a debuff until they camp. Oof. No good, huh? Alright, how are we going to do this? I think we just ditch that, because I think we'll get more than 250 gold before the rest of the dungeon is over. And if we don't, you know, tough cookies, I guess. Does anybody say tough cookies? Like, is that something that, like, anybody says except when they're speaking to, like, a very small child and can't use bad language? Well, now I feel like an idiot. Tough cookies. Oh, okay, so that's how you use it. Do we want to risk it? This is kind of funny. Do we want to try? Hey, and now we get that stress relief, and I'm feeling pretty good about maybe using that transform again. Hey, pretty good. If we could get a scouting report for the whole rest of the dungeon, of course we won't, but I am glad now that we kept all these shovels, because 2 in a row, I mean, that's a tall order, and especially with our torch situation getting a little bit dire here as well. We definitely don't want to waste a bunch of time, torchlight, digging our way out of a bramble patch, because I don't know if you noticed or were aware of this. This is actually something that is not exactly obvious. But yeah, if you don't have a shovel, if you don't have the proper consumable for dealing with an obstacle, you take the stress, you take the damage, but you also take the but you also take the what am I trying to say here? You also take the torchlight hit. I think you lose like 50 torchlight digging your way out of a bramble patch, which is a lot. So it would behoove you not to... Are you dead? Are you dead? Yes, you're dead. It would behoove you not to have that happen, and it would also behoove you not to be the sort of dork who uses the word behoove. But it behooved us to use that absolution. Now we are looking pretty good, and oof, now let's start talking trade-offs. I'm going to ditch the Skelly keys because we have not made use of them, which of course means that we are immediately going to stumble upon just a series of chests, and we're going to feel like the world's biggest idiots. But I feel like it's still the right play, and I am looking at Mathan. I've had multiple Mathans, right? I think we have one Mathan, so let's name her Alive Mathan. There we go. That'll help us keep the two straight. Now, if the other is alive, of course, then we're just going to name that one Alive Mathan 2. Just like I when I was younger, I had a couple of cats, and I named one of them Boy Cat, and the other one was, of course, Boy Cat 2. And that helped me remember them, because I was young. How are we going to get out of this one? Ooh, this is ugly. Let's see. Wow, you have to be in the front, too, to get any use out of transform, so that's gonna hurt. That's not gonna be any fun. And, I mean, really, at this point, like, Abyssal Artillery is not gonna help that much. So I think we just heal. I don't think we have a great play here with our Occultist, but I think our Occultist is just... I think our Occultist is just gonna have to sit on his thumb for this one and just let the big boys handle it. And once, yeah, that miss was crucial, but yeah, now we're in a situation where we can very reasonably expect to get out of this. I just realized by having our Arbalest move back, that actually did open us up for the possibility of maybe getting a couple kills with a transform, so Mia's fault. But maybe we can get a... I was going to say stun, but I'll take the kill. That's even better. All right. Hey, I think this is going well. I feel like we're finally doing it. This is finally a party that we can be proud of. We can take home to mom. All right, let's stitch those bandages. Although the fact that I had been using that many bandages probably means that I should have kept them and ditched the anti-venoms, of which I have used relatively few. But live and learn, I guess. I don't know why that didn't occur to me. That's like the most obvious possible solution, and I was just like, nope, there's less of that, so it's okay to get rid of it. Like, that's just not thinking. That's just not planning. And I've said this before, and I was kind of getting up my own ass about it because I thought, hey, I got something to say. I've made, at that point, I think probably like 25 or 30 episodes. So yeah, I was really good at the game at that point. But I was really feeling myself. I was like, hey, if you want to learn something about Darkest Dungeon, listen up, I got the scoop. And I said that there are times in Darkest Dungeon where you just need to sit back and think for a second. Just sit back and think. And even if you don't make the best move, at least make a move that you've thought through. At least make a move that makes sense. Do something purposefully, is how I put it. And that was the exact opposite of what I was talking about. And that too, because I had been counting on my Arbalest getting the kill here on the marked target. I got lucky and got out of that situation, but good grief. Yeah, talk about not following your own advice. I'm getting out of here. We have had, look at this. Oh my goodness, just look. Look at that. Our stress is lower than it has been when we come out. I mean, look at this. This is like the old days. And this is with... We're gonna fix that, I think. But this is like the old days, where you could actually go into a dungeon and come out with less stress than you started. We did it, guys. And I do actually think that...
I was dead before they found me.
That, what is it?
And the letter was
Garen.
on its way.
I do think that this actually paid off. And I have heard that in this particular build, that stress relief or stress minus stress damage quirks and trinkets actually are very useful. So we'll keep that in mind. This was a good learning experience, particularly the parts where I realized that I don't know that much. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.